Disclaimer to our fellow listeners, we're going to be touching on some sensitive topics such as reproductive health and also sexual harassment.
We also want to add that everything that we said here are based on our own personal opinion, and we hope that you can respect that.
Salam and hi everyone. Today's episode will be on Sisters Podcasts, on women's reproductive health care and awareness. And today we have Marsha. So, to start off, can you tell us a bit about your background and what has led you to become an advocate for reproductive health education? The interest of like being an advocate has always been there, but just not the courage. But that changed not long after I entered the SDG Youth Dialogue back in May 2023, if I'm not mistaken. Members brought up that one article, if I'm not mistaken, that teen pregnancies cases are on a rise. So we wanted to, I guess, talk about teen pregnancies and cautions and like the misconceptions. We were, I guess, supported and given the green light to do the project. I guess nice. Now, what exactly does reproductive health encompass? We're all very new to this as well. We were also learning throughout this journey, and we found that it's not just women, it's more of like both genders, like health, body, the sexual behaviors of both genders, the infections that come with it, and the bacteria and all that stuff, and contraception, family planning, as well as the well-being of women and children. Teen pregnancy rose back in COVID times. I mean, it's a given, yeah, I guess. We were at home, and I guess maybe there was a lack of education that time as well. I guess, especially with the online schools. And it's very interesting. That's so true. People normally just think of it as for women as well. Yeah, it's more of like, oh, reproductive health, women, women carry. Exactly. Now, what specific initiatives or programs are you currently involved in that promote reproductive health education as an advocate? So recently, we just finished all four of our school talks, and we collaborated with HPC. We collaborated with Japan as well. We had my team made quizzes and like I guess some group projects in between the talks. Oh, I see. So what can you talk to them about? In the presentation by HPC in Japan, it's normally about like teen pregnancy, being a young mother. The statistics in Brunei, it's really high, but that was last measured in 2014, if I'm not mistaken. Youngest, if I'm not mistaken, was 12 years old. Oh, wow. Yes. And also like about STIs. So that is important because now, what are some of the biggest challenges you encounter in advocating for reproductive health education, and how did you overcome them? When we first wanted to do this project, obviously, I think the first thing in mind was how are we going to bring this up to the people in charge? Not only are they from another generation, and we were new to being a team, creating programs, so learned a lot along the way, like the dynamics of my team. We were faced by like challenges like not knowing what kind of approvals we needed to get. So school talks, we needed like working papers, but thankfully, we had great mentors and we had guidance from Kaironisa from Majlis Belia Brunei and Green Brunei. That's nice. As well as Kakak Adila, she's from HPC. That's nice. Besides that, what strategies have you found to be most effective in educating different age groups? Since you said that you educate kids and young adults about reproductive health. And how do you tailor your approach to be culturally sensitive and inclusive, especially in Brunei? Yeah. So in terms of like advocating for the age groups, I find that with the older generations, we kind of have to sort of ease into it. When we had like our pitching sessions, they were not only just more men, they're older generations. So we were kind of scared. We did our pitching by introducing firstly like why we want to do this topic, why rising cases. We pointed out our aims and objectives to reduce the cases and also educate the young kids to like the rise of all these organizations. So recently, I guess it from my perspective, it has been more open and because of teams like you guys and our women, Japan, who constantly do stress about the importance of having education regarding reproductive health. I guess that's also why me and my team, we feel very motivated to finish our first project this June because the last thing we have to do is create a video competition to raise awareness.
Oh, is that still occurring? The video competition?
The video competition will be posted on our IG soon, not long after this, and then there will be prizes to be won.
Ooh, so fun. Now, what primary barriers do people face in trying to access reproductive?
To get quick and thorough care, people mostly go to private clinics, right? And there's specialized private clinics. However, some families they cannot afford private clinics.
Oh yeah, that's not sad.
Possibly.
You said there are any solutions or any initiatives being done to resolve this issue?
For me, I think it's just to prioritize this issue would help in terms of getting healthcare to governments, to and clinics. It will lessen the stress of them thinking about the price.
So today we have these with us. I have the strawberry blue fizz, very fizzy.
And I have the lemongrass lychee blossom, if I'm not mistaken.
Now let's review this. Lime, ice cream soda, and blueberry peach tea. The strawberry tuna and syrup. 3, 2, 1.
It's very good.
Review.
I can definitely taste the lychee, and it's really currently a big fan of lychee drink. My lychee girl era.
Another 10. How about
10
you?
out of 10. It's very cute too, the presentation.
This drink is from Riz Cafe. They are sponsoring our video for today. Thank you, Riz
Thank
Cafe.
you.
So, what's some personal stories to show us the importance of this access to reproductive health care and sexual education?
The personal I can get would be like how I grew up and how like most of my acquaintances grew up. We find that it's awkward or weird having questions about reproductive health, and we were not sure like if it was appropriate enough to ask, I guess, our relatives, even our own parents or teachers.
Yeah, because even I get sometimes awkward when I ask my mom.
Yeah. Same with menstrual cycle.
Yeah.
Like how do you come about in telling your mother asking how does it happen? Like
Yeah.
why? And
Especially like Islamic is also like very important to know.
Yeah,
So even I myself, I found it hard to bring it up because it felt so awkward.
yeah, that's also what we try to eliminate
Mhm.
because the stigma that surrounds
Yeah.
it. We want to give it a more positive vibe to the topic. So we wanted to stop shying away or and help paint a better picture for the whole entire topic so that we can have, I guess, a better future for all in reproductive health.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
yeah, and then I can definitely like highlight how like you're a strong family that doesn't have a mother like single
Yeah,
parent.
like the ones with just as
Yeah, and that's really sad for them because they don't know where to go and
Yeah.
who's the appropriate person to
Yeah.
come up to. And talking about stigma, right? I can definitely say like growing up, we grew up with the stigmas in our heads about periods. So few of them are being like, oh, menstruation is disgusting. It's not cute and
Natural thing.
yeah, it's definitely a natural thing, and we shouldn't be disgusted or we
Yeah,
shouldn't be even embarrassed about it. Something natural, and this is something that not only women should know about, but also for men.
yes, definitely they should know as well because we don't know the circumstances that will hold for them in the future. Like you said, like there are families that are single parents, some of them being dads. I'm sure they want to help, but they're not sure how or what to say to their kids if they go through certain periods in their life.
I do want to add on also, like, for you personally or your team, what exactly does reproductive health encompass?
We learned that reproductive health is something that both genders need to learn about. So it also like ties around men and women's body, their sexual behaviors, the infections and viruses that come with it, contraceptions, family planning, the well-being of kids as well.
I also want to add on to that. It's really interesting to see how sex ed is so implemented in our schools. We felt that it was necessary to talk about sex ed. We all come from international backgrounds, so it's really important to know contraception
Yes,
and what to do when you want to have sex.
yes.
I just wanted to ask, do you think sex ed should be implemented across all schools?
Definitely, it is important because if you want to do certain activities, you need to know like the consequences, the
Also, like what you're getting yourself into.
it's definitely something not easy and just like something you play around about. It can affect your future. It can affect your planning. So it's something that kids and young adults need to learn so that they don't just make decisions that they feel regrets about.
It's a really topic. Not a lot of people really do want to talk about sex,
Yeah, yeah.
so I understand that it's going to be hard to approach.
It's definitely harder to implement it all the way because just what we're doing right now, like talking about it openly, we just found, I guess, the easy way to talk about it and to want. I guess it's okay to dream big and aim high with this topic, but it's gonna take a long time to fully go into implementing it in schools, given that we also need to respect our, I guess, society's values, MIB values, and also religious aspects towards all of this.
How do you think the progress is regarding this in schools?
In schools, I'm not quite sure in government schools, but I do know, yes, in international schools,
Yeah.
it is talked or discussed openly, which we would want and like to have in every school.
I suppose that's because, especially in international schools, it's so open and there's lots of different cultures. So there's not only one specific culture.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's also the reason why it's more open over there.
Yeah, I think so too. It's very different since I used to go to government school as well. I used to go to a government school. and then after that as well, I went to ISB. And so it's definitely big on the culture shock. On
Two
these
different
topics.
environments,
Yeah.
definitely.
Especially besides the topic of sexual reproduction, all those taboo topics, and safe relationships or PDA. For example, like if you compare from government schools and international schools, it's such a big difference.
It is.
In that aspect, especially. I also want to add, when I said the big differences, I also mean because we also have what I've seen in international schools. We've also had talks on not per se reproductive health, but on taboo topics such as dating advices. Actually, red flags and green flags.
Oh,
It's actually kind of funny, yeah.
Oh my god.
Like they talk about, is this a red flag or a green flag in a relationship? I'm like, huh? Yeah, exactly. It's very different, right?
It is. Sorry?
Is it called PSC?
I have no idea. I just know they give us an example and say, is this good or not for a relationship?
And they make it in a way that it engage with our age group, which is like teenagers. But also one question I can see is it's still some people still see it as a taboo topic, right? And what we had is a big gap with females and males. So like they feel less shy and like all the females can talk it with their own group, with their own teacher, and they feel more comfortable with that. They are more comfortable to ask questions and to be fully like to fully be like curious about it instead of them being like feeling scared to ask questions because of the maybe the presence of male. And also if
The other way around,
the
yeah.
other way around also like the males can be like uncomfortable to ask questions because there are the presence of females. So
Oh, I mean, after that, before we end, one more question. Okay, as an advocate in Brunei, what can our listeners do to help raise awareness and support efforts to improve reproductive healthcare and reduce teen pregnancies?
One of the easiest way and I guess quickest way to help would be support the organizations
Yeah, give us
that
money, guys.
the ones that who actively share the correct and appropriate information. This is to prevent you sharing information that can have misconceptions toward the topic. And you can also join any activities, programs that are being, I guess, held and talking about it with your peers in an open manner and like light-hearted manner would help dissipate the stigma that surrounds it. It instills the right, I guess, information with positivity, also by respecting it, can help view, can help the public view it on a different standpoint.
Give us some groups to support. You mentioned some groups to support, organizations to support that provide knowledge. Now give us the people.
We have groups like Project Women. We have
My phone.
Project Women. We have Mauer BN. We have also hey us
Yeah.
Project Hayaa.
Join
And
them.
we're just starting, so I hope you guys are in for the journey.
Yeah, follow their Instagram. Like their Maybe you should set up what do you call that? GoFundMe in fund.
Collaborate with
Yeah,
us.
collaborate. She dreams big. What's that called? Dream big, don't go home.
Go big or go home.
Oh wait, before we end it. So that's all for today, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel Girl Up Brugen. Subscribe, like, and switch on the notification button.
Okay, thank you, Marsha, for sharing with us. And thank you so much to Ritz Cafe for sponsoring our video today, education and also our drink.
So this is Girl Up Brugen and Projek Hayaa signing out.
And we would like to also know your guys' opinions, so do let us know in our DM or in the comment section down below.
Hi. Yeah, that's so true. Now, now let's review this.
Oh, I already drank.
It's okay.
You didn't. You didn't. What's happening in your life? How's your life?
Even teachers about because I
Sorry. Oh wait, before we end it. So that's all for today, guys. Don't forget notification button. Yeah. Woo! Okay. Girl Up and Projek Hayaa podcast signing out.
we're doing that.